Hello, Bob's Barn Workshop fans. Yeah, I've been on kind of a little break, a little hiatus here for about a month since I got back from Germany and the Band of Brothers tour in Europe. Been a little busy going up to the lake and all that. But it's a gorgeous day. I think it's the 23rd or the 24th, I don't know. 23rd of July. A month already past the equinox. Days are getting shorter already, but they're not getting any cooler. And what is Bob up to today? Well, remember those wheels I was working on for the Envoy? I have turned that hence over to my my grandson to use, because that's his Malibu that also used to be ours, and it's running all right. It's just it's got a tire off it right now, but he's upgrading. He's going to college. I got that all fixed up for him. So what I'm doing today is, if you recall the Sandblaster I built a few months ago, basically I built it specifically the size to be able to put a big size tire and wheel in there in one piece so that I could sandblast it off and repaint it. Well, I saw some guys on YouTube already showing how to sandblast and clean and spray paint the wheels again. And so that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to polish them. I'm not going to buff them. I've got one here that's already primarily started and been sandblasted. I'm going to clean it up a little more. I brought the supplies right here. Of course, there's your stand. Sandblaster I have moved over into its resting place for now. Got a little cleanup to do here. I got to go get the wheels in the infamous lawn tractor. Bring those back around in here, the other ones from the garage, and we'll get started. Alright guys. Alright, so I have a very simple setup here, if you see. I got my dust collector. Dust collector port goes up, over, down, and around. There's my my cyclonic collector, and then the bag itself. The feed hose from the Harbor Freight aggregate bin, abrasive bin, comes up to the good old Harbor Freight blaster, 29 bucks. Air hose from the compressor upstairs. Of course, I put my gloves in here. This isn't ideal. It doesn't really slant enough for the stuff to all run to the back, but I do have a fitting that comes down and into my return bucket, and then I filter the return through a window screen. So let me get this set up and we'll start blasting on these wheels. As you can see, some of them, you saw the one that I did, but you can see the ugliness. Look at the corrosion on that one. It's just, it looks horrible. And when I get done sandblasting, this is what they turn out like. Now yeah, there's a little hazing there, but I'm going to be re-spraying painting these with metallic silver paint and then clear coating. Alright, well, you can hear that miserable air compressor running upstairs. I got my aggregate redumped. See if I can get this piece up in there. Oh yeah. Some hit the light. There we go. Let me wipe that clean out a little. It does collect dust. Now we're going to have something else loud running too. My dust collector has to be running for this. So we're all set here. One thing I don't have is a dryer. I do get a little condensation. Let's open the vents to the dust collector, which it is open. Let's see if she runs. Alright. Well, I have to find the remote for the dust collector, so I'm going to pause it for a minute until I find the remote. Alright, well, sorry about the noise. But here we are, shoving my hands up in the gloves. And I'm only going to show you a bit of this because it seems pretty boring. Let's start right here where it looks really filthy. I don't know what that crud is. Oil, grease, leaking out of the bearings or something. I'll have to scrape that off. I'm just going to work on this corrosion. Now I'm using the black diamond from Central Tractor, Tractor Supply, whatever you want to call it. First I'm just going to blast off as much corrosion as I can. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of humidity. I don't have a dryer on this, which is probably a mistake. It's very, very, very humid too. But I want to blast off the clear coat. Or at least any of it that's loose. And that crusty looking corrosion and where the clear coat is flaking. Baking, no flaking. This little sandblaster works like a charm, guys. I think it's a Harbor Freight $29 quality item. I don't think I'm going to take off the clear coat where I don't need to. I'm just going to prime these well and I'm not looking for a gorgeous restoration here. I want it to look good, yeah, but I'm not willing to spend the rest of my lifetime trying to make it look good either. Then of course I got to clean and then mask all these tires off very well before I start the spray painting process. Alright, well, as you can see, this is going to take quite a while. So, I'm going to turn you guys off, give you a break, and I'll be back in a couple hours when this is all done. I don't know if I showed you guys how I recover this. This is the bucket that was underneath the bottom that collected the stuff, and you can see I've already got some debris in here. And that's just a piece of that nylon regular window screen. And I just made a little square to hold it. Just shimmy it around a little bit. I don't have a dryer, so a lot of those black lumps are just clumped abrasive. That's all there is to that. Get my old container up here. I made a makeshift funnel out of a piece of cardboard. Just a piece of cardboard. And now that this has been filtered, screened, right back into the plaster bin. And I recovered like 99% of it. Alright, that's all there's to that. Alright, so got it all masked, got it cleaned with a lacquer thinner. I'm in the doorway here. I'm trying to eliminate as much air current as I can. I've got this primer that the guy used, the self-etching primer that kind of turns green. Looks like OD. I'm hoping this will kind of fill in the pitting a little bit. So we're going to give her one quick coat. Sorry if I'm in your way. Let me get the edge of that rim good. And then we'll give her one more final coat. After this dries for a short time. Luckily I don't have to worry about getting around the lug nuts on this thing too much. As I said, I didn't want these to be polished perfection either. I'm just trying to make them all the same color because they were kind of just that chalky, you know that chalky corrosion you get on aluminum wheels? Yeah, it looked ugly. So I've got a silver metallic spray paint. And I think it's the same thing I saw this guy use online. Okay. I kind of like the OD green look though, right? Being a hunter and all. And a duck hunter, all your duck boats are kind of OD green. Now I used 3/4 inch masking tape because I could kind of stretch it and bow it and get it right down in there tight next to the wheel. Now let's see what this says for recoat time. So you can't do, okay, only 2 minutes, so we'll just wait a couple of minutes with light coat. I'm just going to do 2 coats. Keep this shook up really well. This is for that Envoy I've been working on so much. It's got those black steel wheels on. They're next in the Sandblaster. You get repainted black. Yeah, see, I can see the pitting over there, but I just don't care. I'm not trying to remove it. I'm just trying to cover it up. Alright, we'll pause this. Alright, I gave this about an hour and a half to dry just because it's very humid today. So bad. Does it look like silver paint? Yeah, it looks like silver paint. I like it though. Sure as hell a lot better than what it looked like before. Gotta get a thick enough coat, I think, to make it look glossy. It's a little breezy, but I'm trying to control my spray here a little bit. Alright. Not bad, not bad at all. Kinda like it. I think when they're all done, they'll look fine. What do you think? Looks pretty shiny to me. I'm going to read the recoat time on this. So, alright guys, we're going to wait a while for this. I got to read that. Why is the window is gussed up? Alright, time for my second coat. It'll make it look wet. Or it's not going to be shiny, you know. Guess that'll be my... explanation of it all. Kind of trying to cover this systematically because it's hard to see where I've been. You know, get the edge of that wheel. What do you think? Did I get it all? Don't fall in my face. Well, it looks pretty well covered. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. Tops of those is where you want to get them wet so they look like they're shiny. There we go. Oh no, now it's crinkling. Great. Friggin' Rust-Oleum. I've had this trouble with Rust-Oleum before. Turns into crinkle paint on you. Oh god. Junk. Should have used Krylon. Alright, we'll see how this turns out. What's it telling me? You can see what I'm doing here now. I'm just taping these down. after I curved that around. I guess maybe you missed that taping, I don't know. I thought you were on. I'm just putting these little pieces of notebook paper on here like so. A little breezy today. I don't think we're going to have any significant overspray. I'm pretty careful about where I'm aiming. And bugs. I'm sure there's better ways to do this. This is just what I got right here. You know, I get a lot of haters that say, hey, go buy this tool and go buy that tool and do this way and do it that way. But my whole point is here is DIY, boys. What you can find to do it yourself, right? That would be the whole point of this. Yeah. I can take tires to the auto store and have them do all the work. That isn't the point of this whole channel thing. It's about home workshop, right? Alright. I'll shut you off for now. You can see what I'm doing. When I come back. Wheel number 2. You can see that I've got it all masked. I got my... Oh shoot. Oh well. I guess it'll have to be green. I'm going around the outside of the rim first. Make sure I get down in that groove. So that's where my corrosion will restart. This stuff comes out way better. Than the silver does. That's about all there is to that. One quick coat. Make sure I cover all the areas. It's drying already. Getting pretty quick, huh? Alright. I'm gonna hit those highly corroded areas. That's all I'm trying to do. Alright. Okay. Number 3. Cleaned and masked. I'm not going to make you watch it though. Wheel number 4. Let's get her done. What am I going to do? I'm going to go around the rim first. Purple tape doesn't stick down as well. It's for delicate surfaces, so I'm assuming the sticky goo is a little less aggressive. Make sense? I know so. Sometimes that makes sense. And I'm just going to loop around each one of these poke holes. I'm torn whether I want to put more than one coat on these. One coat seems to cover it sufficiently. Spray paint restoration of aluminum wheels. Alright, I'm going to hit the really highly corroded spots a little bit. Maybe that'll smooth out the texture a little bit. This stuff just covers nice. Alright. Right, we have all 4 of these painted. These are still wet, and yeah, you know, you can see a little texture in there, but with the car driving by on the road, they're going to look just like beautiful chrome wheels. At least the pitting and the chalking is covered up, and they're all the same color. That was the point. Now this is the first one. These are only with one coat on. This is the one I put a second coat on. You got kind of this, I don't know if you can see it, almost like an orange peel. But again, it preserves the wheels. I'm trying to decide if I even want to clear coat it, to see if somebody said if you clear coat it, it won't look as shiny. But they sure look a lot better than they did when I started, don't they? That's the point. I think I'm going to clear coat them a couple of coats just to protect them. But it says this is fully dry in 24 hours, so I'm going to give it 2 days. This is Tuesday. I'll give them another coat on Thursday. Alright, well, until Thursday, guys. We're down now. I pulled down my flagpole because the flaglight's not been very bright. Well, now I look at the top of it. I've sanded a couple of them a little bit. Can you think you can see why my flaglight's not very bright? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to polish these up with some very fine grit sandpaper. Hit them with some clear coat to make them wet, let it look wet again, and see if that helps. Alright, well, what I've been doing is just, I got some 220 here to start with, just to get that incredible crust off. I guess that's just rain and who knows what on there. These weren't that expensive when I bought them. I guess I should just buy a new one, huh? Instead of being so cheap. But I always like to try to fix something, you know? That's the whole point, right? This is like doing your headlights on a car, but I'm doing it in a much less sophisticated way. I have a, you can't buy these pads anymore. I'll show you in just a second. I used to get these foam rubber pads right here, and they were great for sanding between coats of polyurethane. This will hopefully get wet looking again. And take, hope this isn't UV protected. Yeah. I'm just doing a hack job on these, so don't take this as any how-to video for sure. You know, I got some lacquer thinner. I'm going to get a rag and wipe these down with a lacquer thinner before I respray them. At least I'm using a lacquer thinner in the barn on the car wheels. Maybe that'll help clear some of this stuff off. It does light marginally. Alright, I'm going to go get a rag. I'll be right back. Alright, I got a lacquer thinner. Oh yeah, look at that. Makes them look crystal clear again. So hopefully when I put my clear coat on here, it'll allow light to penetrate and actually make the solar cells pick up some energy. What do you think? Give this just a few seconds to dry because it is lacquer thinner. It won't take very long, does it? Alright. Much better. Okay. So I got my fancy clear coat here. There we go. Alright, well I'm going to hoist her back up. Hopefully tomorrow night we'll have alright. Woo-hoo! Got a morning dove over here. Woo-hoo, hey-yeah! Well, that was a quick and dirty job, wasn't it? Wearing my favorite orange shirt, huh? Alright, let's press the knot. That's the top right there. Okay, I gotta take you off the flag a minute. Or off the, yeah, the flag, so I'm using for a standard. Fly my flag every day. Our flag. Oops. I've goofed. Well, my teeth. Put new rechargeable batteries in this last year too, I believe. That was last year. A couple loops around, a couple figure eights, a couple more loops, pull the knot around. Alright guys, we will see you for the second paint job.